Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Automation Hub Sarthak, and in this video I've already put up the Hindi video for the same. So how to handle stale element reference exception in Selenium is a part of multiple object extraction, because genuinely a stale element reference exception concept would be much more clear if you get to know right away. So I do have couple more videos left for multiple object extraction, but I wanted to address this particular concept right now before I put up those two videos, because if I put up this one in that, it'll be a little too long, and you guys might get confused. So let's go ahead and understand what stale element reference exception is and how exactly it comes up. So for this, we will use our Rediff website. If you go into the rediff.com website and then you scroll down to the bottom of the page, you will see a lot of links: investors, advertise with us, disclaimer, privacy, Rediff labs, and there are quite a lot of links. So what we are going to do is we are going to so manually what I'm going to do is I'll click on investors. So the investors page is loaded. Now I'll go back to the rediff.com page, and I'll again scroll down to the bottom of the page and I click with the next link, advertise with us. I'll do that. This page will open. I'll go back. Okay. And then it comes again to the bottom of the page. And similarly, each link I will click, and finally I'll click on grievances link. It will open the grievances page, and then it will just come out of the loop. Okay. So that is what I intend to do. And here I will show how you will get the stale element reference exception by doing this small exercise. So what I mean to say is, let's say for example, I'll make you understand what happens. So let's say for example, this is your web page. Okay. So let's say for example, this is your web page, and here you have a lot of links. Suppose this is the link. Okay, you have a lot of links here. Let's say this is link 1. So this is link 1. Okay. And let's say there is another link 2, there is another link 3, link 4, link 5, link 6, link 7, and so on. You have a lot of links in this particular web page. So what happens is you click on one particular link. So once you click on a particular link, okay, another web page will open. This will give rise to another web page like this. Okay, which will have a different title because the link would be clicked. This particular web element is clicked, and another web page is open. Now what you do, after you finish all your operations here, you want to come back to the home main page. So you'll come back. So how do you come back? Basically, you come back using two commands. One, you can directly go to driver.get and homepage URL. You can give this. This one will work. If not, you can use this driver.navigate.back. This one is also possible. So what happens is, let's say for example, you want to come back to the home page. You want to come back to the home page using either of these two commands, and then you want to click on link 2. What a normal assumption would be that once we come back to this page, then the link 2 will get clicked, and link 2's page will open, and then again we'll come back to link 3, and link 3 page will open, and then link 4, like this. No, it will not work like this. If you try to do the same thing without a certain adjustment, Selenium WebDriver will throw a stale element reference exception. This is what will happen. So we will understand, we'll see how will this happen. We will also see how to make sure that this does not happen. This video is not the most optimum way of handling this kind of a situation, but this is just an example because it will work as a prerequisite to what I'm going to tell you in the next couple of videos of multiple object extraction. So I wanted to make sure that you understand what stale element reference exception is. So this is the concept. Technically speaking, if you do this and come back and try to click on any of the link, those links will not be recognized. They will not be highlighted. So they will not be existing as per, if you want to come like this, Selenium will not be able to find them. So Selenium will say this is not attached to the document. That is, it is not attached to the document object model. So it will throw this tail element reference exception. This is exactly like an ex-girlfriend. If you leave that ex-girlfriend and go somewhere else, or via her you try to achieve something else, and then you come back saying, "Baby, I'm sorry," it she you have to do a lot of buttering. So this code what we are doing is nothing but buttering. So technically speaking, scale element reference exception in Selenium is equivalent to how your ex-girlfriend needs, how to butter your ex-girlfriend. This is what it is. So let's go ahead. So multiple object extraction, I will write a class stale element reference concept. So I'll quickly write the code. Just give me a sec. Public static web driver Chrome driver dot setup driver equals to new Chrome driver dot manage dot window dot maximize driver dot get redis.com. Okay, this thing will open up. Now there is one more thing. Before we write the code, we need to understand how can we address this particular thing. So let's say, for example, you want to click on investors link. We will gradually click on each of these links. But we have to click on investors. So let us inspect this link. Okay, so this has a common class footer space align C, even though it is a compound class. And this one is the href attribute for investors, and similarly the other links also are present here: advertise with us, disclaimer, privacy, Rediflab, sitemap, and all those. To the end there is grievances. So all these links are present here. So my question is, how will I identify all of them? That is my first question. So I can do one thing. I need to determine one common component in the DOM, so that one common attribute in this particular DOM, which will help us to identify all these links together in one particular list. So to do that, let me first take the help of this footer align C as the class attribute value. So I'll write here the xpath div @class equal to this. If it says no, it is one of one, so it will not work for us. So I'm not going to take this. So what am I going to do next? Let me first check with this particular investors link, the HTML tag anchor A. I will determine the xpath of this. So I'll copy the xpath and I'll paste it here. So this is for the investors link. Okay. And now let me check for advertise with us link. I'll inspect. So this is the link. Let me get the XPath of this. Yes, I know I'm copying the XPath directly from the DOM, which is not the greatest practice, but that's okay. So this one is for your advertise with us, I guess. Yeah, this is for advertise with us. And now let's check for terms of use. So we'll see each of it. Let's go with terms of use. I'll inspect. Terms of use is here. Copy the XPath. I'll try. And it gives this particular XPath. So this one is for your terms of use. And finally, we will do for the grievances. So grievances is here. Copy the XPath. I'll come here. Paste. This is for grievances. Now there is one thing which is common. Up to here it is common. This particular anchor tag keeps on incrementing from 1 to 11. So this much is common. So I can write the XPath like this. If I take only A, and I'll not give any indexing. I'll just write A, not give an indexing. So I'll copy only this much. So technically, we see there is 1 to 11. There are 11 links. So I'll copy this much. What you see in the blue highlight, go here, Control F, and I'll paste it. You will see there are 11 links, and each starting from the investors, it goes to the grievances. Yes. So I can use this as the list to highlight a particular list. So it can work as a locator. So I can write driver dot find elements by dot xpath, and I'll paste my xpath. Okay, and this will give me, it will return me a list of web element, and I'll use footer links. I'll import the package with Control Shift O. Okay, now if I have to determine what is the size, I know it is already 11, but let's say I want to determine the size. The total footer links in Rediff home page is footer links dot size. So let me execute this. So we'll see the output. The output says 11. The output says 11. Absolutely fine. No problem. Okay. So let me manually close this. Here I will write at the end of the driver dot quit. Otherwise, too many pages will open and my system is getting slow. Okay. Fine. So now we need this. Now, as per our understanding, we need to click on each and every link, go here, come back here. So for this, for all these operations, we need to iterate over each. And for iteration, we have to use a traditional for loop for this. You can use a for each loop, but I will be using a traditional for loop because I will be using the indexing position, because I need 1 to 11. So I'll be using an indexing position. So I'll be using a typical traditional for loop. Okay. See, I will start with 1. You can start with I equals to 1 and give I is less than equals to, or I equals to 0 and I is less than footer links dot size. Either way, it is up to you. The indexing starts from 0, but if you, it's better you use less than rather than starting from 1 and making less than equal. Anyways, doesn't matter, it's the same. Now I will try to print the name of the links. So I'll go here, footer links. I'll get the attribute value, which is the indexing, sorry, and I'll get the text of this. Okay, this is done. Now what? So if I execute the code right now, we will get the names of the links, which it's okay. I know I'll get it. So I'm not really concerned about it. So now what next? So now I will just try to, because our intention is to click on each link, and to click on each link, how do you click on each link? Technically speaking, each anchor tag has an href attribute. Href will have a value. Literally you have to click on this particular https colon for two forward slashes www.rediff.com disclaim dot, you have to click on this. So this, you have to get this particular attribute and then click on it. So how do you get this particular attribute? It's very simple. You have to use footer links dot, you have to get the indexing position for each, and you have to get the attribute. And what is that attribute value? You have to get href. And what will this return? This will return a string. So I can store this as a URL or a list of, or just you write URL combo or just URL, that's fine. So now what is the next that you have to do? You have to literally just click on each link. So you can just print the name of the each link. So next operation is we have to click on each link. As of now, I'm just printing the link. So if I execute it right now, so I'm getting the output what? Each and every link alongside the href attribute. Okay, I need to give a demarcation line, otherwise everything is getting clustered in one place. So I'll just give a demarcation line, right? Okay, so what next? Now I want to get it clicked. So again, we have to do the same thing. You have to click on each and everything, right? You cannot just click on one. You have to click on each and everything. So dot click. You have to use indexing because you are clicking on all the links. So this is one way of doing it. Now whether it went to the that page or not, so you can use the driver dot get title. The title of this web page is driver dot get title. Understood? This is easy, not a problem. Now, technically speaking, we are clicking on each and every page. As the for loop progresses, as per the logic of the for loop, each and every link in this list will get clicked. Okay, so let's see. Is it actually getting clicked or not? We'll see the output. Anyways, I've given driver.quit, so the browser will close. So we'll come back and see here what it shows. So technically, it has just clicked on that, only on investors links, only on the first link it clicked, and after that, it threw stale element reference exception. That is, element is not attached to the page document. Now you guys will say, okay, so you have just clicked on the first link, so it was on the investors page. Okay, for the time being, I'm just marking it as a comment and I'm running it again. I'll not come back to the output console, I'll stay with the web page. So it comes here, it clicks on the investors link, and it stays in the investor. It's a different web page. So your argument is valid. You are still on the investors page and you're trying to use the for loop to click on a link which is present in the home page. So technically you have to go back. This is what one activity I have to do. I have to go back. That means I have to go back to rediff.com. So fine, no problem. I'll do one thing. I'll go back. Driver dot. Either I can use get https rediff.com. I can use this. I mean, I'm going back to the same page. Now let me run again. Will it work? Because I'm going back, right? Let's see. So it clicks on investor page and then it again comes back to the Rediff home page. But now let's go and see the output console. But still, it is not able to move forward. See, it is still in running mode. See, it is still running. I think the web page is still getting loaded. Let us wait for some time. Sometimes this website behaves very ordinarily, so I'll stop it. It's taking too much time. I'll close this. I'll close this. I'll again run with just driver dot. We're just going back to the main home page. Let's see. So it'll start. It'll click on investors link. Okay. Now it comes back to Rediff home page. We are waiting. Now let me go and check the output console. See, it has again thrown a step. See, it goes to the investor page. We get the title of the page as well. Okay, we get the href attribute. We get the title of the page. And again, when it comes back to click on the second link, it is not able to identify that. It says element is not attached to the page document. So typically the concept I taught you is exactly working. But now, how do we solve this? It's very simple. What you need to do is you have to tell Selenium that okay, when you come back, you can use driver.navigate.back also. This is also going to work. You need not use this. You can use this also. This will also work. Either way, both of them will work. Typically, they function almost the same. Now, how to make this thing go away, the stale element reference exceptions. So I'll go back to the diagram. Typically, when the control again comes back here, and you have to identify, you are asking Selenium to click on the next link or the same link itself or whatever, you will have to make sure that Selenium again recognizes this particular the presence of this. So to make Selenium recognize the presence, you have to recall the list reference. This is the only small thing that you need to do. And then with this, once you are back to the home page, you have to again make sure that Selenium is again recollected about the list. That is the collection of those particular links or collection of that list of the web elements. And then Selenium will take this line of code and again it will execute the for loop as per it. So let's go ahead and execute this. See, if it does not work, it could be mostly because of the way the page is loading, but hopefully it should work. So it is now investors came back to Rediff. It went to and it came back. Oh, wow, it is pretty fast. Labs it is now. Hopefully it will come back. If it does not, then again I have to rerun. But technically this should work. So if it does not work, it is because of now there are a few more links which are still to be done. I think it is taking time. Sometimes it takes time. Sometimes the web page does not load, or for whatever reasons, it is still in process. So I'm terminating. Will execute again. No problem. So I'll close this. Okay, and then I'll also close open driver.quit. Okay, so I'll rerun again. Okay, it is clicking on each link. It is a little fast, but at some page it is getting stuck. So last time it stuck at labs. Thank God it moved ahead. Okay, now it is going good. It is moved to feedback page. Hopefully it comes back and clicks on the other link. I think it moves to support page. It comes back. I think some page it oh, wow, it quit the page. Wow. So this one works absolutely fine. No stale element reference exception. Code got executed successfully. If you would have used SNG, you would have got one fast. If I had have written all of it in one test case using @test annotation. So you can do that. So this is how you handle stale element reference exception. This is not the best way to handle, but probably is one of the ways you can handle. Totally depends on the complexity of your uh, application. So this is one way you need to understand how to handle stale element reference exception. You just have to butter it like your ex-girlfriend if you want her back. It will just not come over like that. Hopefully you like this small session. I'll continue with a couple more videos on web element on multiple object extraction. So this was a prerequisite, how to handle stale element reference exception. This was an important prerequisite for the next couple of videos for uh, multiple object extraction. I hope you like this video and thank you so much. Keep liking, sharing and subscribing to my YouTube channel and my videos. Thank you so much. Safir is signing off.